Beautiful one, Baba. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ti parí ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́.
Kò sí wàhálà, ẹ máa gbọ́.
Jesus' name.
Ẹ ṣé gan.
All right, boss. Thank you for your time, boss. All right, sir.
Sola, I see you. Yeah, so what's going on, people? Let's chat this evening. I will come back to this sound. Yeah, okay. Fizu, I'm going to get to check my DM and see what you sent to me. Simisola, baby. So, guys, I want us to chat. And what we are going to chat about is a bit of a very sensitive issue. Though it's not really our business, but we'll just chat about it. We can learn from it. And it has to do with this American, what is it called? Election that they just finished. And there's a part of the whole thing that personally I don't like. And it has to do with, you know, the way, yeah, it's not bad for us to support the different candidates in terms of the different parties or candidates, whichever one that we actually choose to support, is really a good thing. You understand? We support one candidate or not. Kaife Osha, I see you. Most of you that have been asking for Kaife on my timeline, Kaife is here now. We are can say cast and by saying, is there my question Lord me to lay down. Let me just cast her, but I will pardon her for now. So, you know, personally, I don't have a favorite amongst the two. Personally, I feel that it's just a situation whereby Americans found themselves in the same thing we found ourselves in 2015, where we had to almost like settle for, should I say, Nigerians were so, let me use the word, we were so keen on getting the guy that was there out because things were not really going well then. Damn it. So I think America too found themselves there, but their own is better because whosoever becomes the American president, trust me, they are fine. You can't compare their case to our own. They have systems that will work. Whether the president's head is correct or not, their system works. So what is it called, actually works. So I'm going to touch a very sensitive issue today, and I'm going to throw open a lot of these things as questions because I don't want to say this is what I feel about it and people will start to misinterpret me. Now, technically speaking, a lot of elections everywhere in the world, they are divided by either the people are voting for, parties that people are voting for, or religion, race, you know, all of these things that we tend to see. Most of these things that actually divide us, those are the things that most elections are tied to. Now, the part that I didn't really like about this whole election is the fact that a whole lot of, let me use the word, religious people came out, and I'm intentionally not using pastors because I actually revere that, should I use that title or that office so much that I don't want to use the word pastors because that would be me generalizing that every pastor felt that way. I don't think every pastor felt that way. The church that I attend, my pastor at no point showed us his favorite out of the two guys. So, you know, it's so funny that a lot of pastors now, in the bid to predict something, we call it prophecy. You understand? In a bid to predict that, okay, this is what a lot of these guys got carried away with the way what they feel, with the way they want things to pan out. And you see, I started seeing all sort of prediction. I don't want to call them prophecy online. That one candidate will win and the other one will not win. You know, I'm not saying it's bad to predict some of these things, but it is better you say it that is a prediction. Chris Yax, Alpha. You know, I'm not saying it's bad. By the way, you're going to be or Chris Yax. I want to block accounts. So, you know, I'm not saying that they are wrong to predict or they are wrong to have an opinion about these things, but I'm just saying when it is a lot of us need to know when it is our mind or our preference that is talking. We need to know when these things are where they are in play, rather than telling people that this is what God told me that is happening. It's something that we need to be very careful of. We need to be very, very careful of it, because when you say it is God that is saying and it did not happen, what you have done in essence is you have created doubt. You have created doubt, and I don't think God wants. God will create such doubt. God, your job is actually to feed your congregation. Your job is to say, okay, probably this is what I feel because I love this particular person like Trump, and I feel that Trump should win. But don't come and tell people that Trump, Shima, I see you. Don't come and tell us that Trump is the choice that God wants for the people of America. And now that Trump did not win, I started seeing all sort of, you understand, because by the time you put a prediction as prophecy, when it did not go through, you now start to try to maneuver, use another kind of theory to cover up the one that you've already said. I know why a whole lot of us are actually concerned when they said, what is it called? The Democrats should, why a lot of Nigerian religious folks don't actually want the Democrats to come to power. And I know it has to do a lot with the LGBT community. Sincerely, I have no issue with the LGBT community. I won't tell you that, yes, it is wrong for people around there to have issues with them. But personally, for me, Olumide, I don't hate any human being. But what I would rather say is, there's so much hypocrisy in this thing. When you pick up a particular type of people and you say they are bad, and you have your own bad things that you are doing. It's like, is it kettle, cutting pots, black? You understand? You complain that, okay, because of the same sex thing that they are projecting, which in Nigeria, I know it's not accepted. I know people don't like it. Even personally, I am straight. I can come out to you like that. I'm very straight. But I would rather say, rather than trying to kill an idea that you don't really have the capacity to kill, why not look out for evangelism around that idea? I think the only thing that can win people over is love. It's not by you trying to hate them. It's not by you trying to, you understand, destroy their idea, but by you loving them. And how do you love them? You love them regardless of what you feel about their sexual orientation. Because if you go with their sexual orientation, you see us in Nigeria, the government will tell you that, I am not saying that, yeah, we should encourage LGBT. If the country embraces LGBT, who told you that we don't even have them amongst us? I love them regardless, but that doesn't make me want to do what they do. That sexual orientation is not for me. That is not what I stand for. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm saying you will see governments openly come out for such that they don't encourage this, but at the back, you understand, a whole lot of them are involved in it, and they use these things because they know that these things get to, and they play and tamper with our faith a lot. They know that, okay, a lot of your faith don't support these things, so they use it, you understand, as a bait to get you to their side. And before you know it, I was talking to an American friend, and he said the way it's divided in America is, as a Christian, that you have Republican Christians and then you have Democratic Christians. That the Republican Christians are the whites, that the Democrats are the blacks. The Republican Christians are anti-LGBT. What is it called? The Democrats are pro-LGBT and all of those. And I'm like looking at all of these things. That at the end of the day, what are we called to save? Is it to save their bodies or to save their soul? Is a major question, which was why I said I'm going to ask questions. That is it to save the body or the soul? Look, at the end of the day, America is going to be fine. If you have your preference, even for the next election that is going to happen in Nigeria, which personally I'm going to be radically involved this time, because what I've seen in the couple, I've been quiet since October 20. I've been quiet because I couldn't believe that what has happened in Nigeria will happen, and people, you understand, we keep quiet and still lie and still want to make it look as if the Lekki massacre never happened. So I've been quiet, I've been quiet, but I know that the best, unfortunately, my quietness is not about not Sorosoke. I'm going to Sorosoke, but I want to make sure that whatever I'm going to Sorosoke for is worth it and is going to worth it. We are here in Nigeria. The American people voted based on their values. If you notice if you go and watch even past presidents that either coming in or going out, you will notice that they will tell you immediately the election is done. They will tell you that now everything about campaign is over. Now it is not Democrat or the Republican again. Now this is the United States of America. Same thing Joe Biden said. And I'm asking myself this same question: that is it the same thing that the people that we've been allowing to rule us for a while? I use the word rule intentionally because we don't have leaders. We only have rulers. I use that word intentionally because people that have been ruling us for a while, do they come to the table with any sort or any form of values? No, they don't. That is why you will notice that people are not loyal to parties, because those parties don't really carry any sort of, what is it called, value. If you ask a typical, I love the fact that Americans, you can actually say this party, this is their value. We live here in Nigeria, but we know some values that the white supremacist or whatever we call them, they carry. We know their agenda. We know the agenda of the other party, and it is fine. So people are voting just to make sure that, okay, this agenda should go through. This is a lesser evil should go through. But the question is, what agenda does PDP have? None. What agenda does APC have? None. I am even more scared now about us starting a youth party. And I will tell you guys why. See, it is not about changing people. If all we see is blaming people or changing people, then we might not be saying the right thing. The major thing we need to fix is our value system. It's our value system. Our value system actually forms the kind of habits that we exude as a nation. A lot of young people in government, these guys that are old now were young when they came into government. So being young is not necessarily what we need for us to have a good, how would I put it, to have a good governance. But we need more of a renewing of our mind. You know, understand what I'm saying? We need golden genius. Hi, how are you? You know, we need a renewed, what is it called? Change of heart, a renewed change of mind, a renewed change of attitude towards things. Our value system, we need to even have an agenda as a people. It will be so sweet just for Alpha. It will be so sweet to have youth to rule us, but to lead us. But I want to be sure that the youth that we are going to push forward, you understand, is the type of youth that you and I will be proud of, not the one that will push forward, that immediately the person gets in contact with little power like this, they change. Do you understand what I'm saying? Personally, I don't want any old folk in Nigeria to actually be in power again. And I will explain to you. You can tell me that the person that is going to lead America now is 78, is this, is that. Let me tell you this. Those 78 years old, you cannot compare them to the 78 years old here. Sincerely, they know about those 78 years old. They use social media. You can see Joe Biden tweeting, you can see Trump tweeting and saying stuff online. But our own, they have to get people to be doing that for them. So there's a huge lot of difference between the 78 years old here and the 78 years old there. A 78 years old there does not carry only, how will I put it? They don't carry only experience. They also carry wisdom. People in Nigeria, their age does not define their wisdom. It can only define the many experiences that they have. And most of those experiences, they've never helped us. You understand what I'm saying? So we cannot rely on an experience that has not made you better. We can't rely on an experience that didn't make you better. An experience that has left us where we are now. We cannot rely on those experiences. But we need actually a renewal of our mind, a renewal of our systems, a renewal of, not the one that, okay, we'll say all in the name of a young person or a middle-aged person should be the one to lead us, and they will get there. They will still get into the same system. That system, ladies and gentlemen, can never change anything in this country. I'm being sincere here. This present system, Gaze Baba, this present system cannot change Nigeria. There has to be in fact, a renewing of minds. There have to be a recalibration of value system. There have to be a recalibration of how we see things. A typical Nigerian young guy now that wants to go into power is going to first think of his family because of the, should I say, the survival mode that they've put us for a long time. Thank you. The guy says 75, 78 years old in America have certificates. I mean, make you not allow them to arrest me. Even if they call arrest me, at this point, man, I know send. I won't lie to you. I know send. Guess that's actually what I'm actually referring to. You understand? I know send. Because a 75, see, my age mates in America, whether you like it or not, is more exposed than myself. He has more information. He has so many. Shame me now that I'm still trying to make some things happen by myself, which the government is supposed to do. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? Which the government is supposed to provide. How? God damn. Kunle, how are you, Jare? How are Nigeria? So we need to understand that, in as much as, because this American election actually taught us, okay, Kunle, you're in Nigeria. That's good though. We need to talk. We'll talk. I will DM you so that we'll get to talk and see while we'll catch up. Now, like I was saying, for the next election, now we've done what is it called? We did the protest, NSAS. We all know that we need to end beyond SARS. We need to end a whole lot of things. And sincerely, in as much as I crave for and I want us to change government, I also want us to change as a people. We really, really need to change as a people, because it is still us that is going to go there to rule. Do you understand what I'm saying? And yes, you are right. Christianity is so divided. We are so divided. Sometimes I ask that the God of the Democrats, is it the same God that the Republican? Because by the time you start seeing, the evangelical will tell you this. And in Nigeria, the same thing is happening. You will see that division. Though it's not our election, but you still see, you understand? You understand what I'm saying? You still see a divide even within Nigeria. We are so divided. Some will tell you now, no, this is what. We need to see. I don't see how we can move forward without actually agreeing on principle. I'm not saying we should even agree on people. Yes, we can disagree on people, but I want us to disagree on people. And by the time we vote either or in, the value system should still work. That the person that we are going to vote in is not going to come and start blaming the previous administration that comes in. Personally, I didn't vote for this administration. I didn't. Sincerely, I didn't. And I'm saying this openly now. I didn't vote for this administration. I was not privileged to vote for the presidency because I was out of the country when they were going to vote for the presidency. In fact, the 2 times that we were going to vote for the presidency, I was not in town. But trust me, I wouldn't have voted for either of the 2 people that they brought up the first time and second time. I'm not saying Goodluck Jonathan is better than Buhari, and I'm not saying Buhari is better than Goodluck Jonathan. But guys, we need leaders that will give us principle. See, principle that we will do like this and we'll touch our chest and we'll say, yes, we are ready to die for this one. You will see even the one that we call the, what is it called? The one that we call the comedian in America, which is the current POTUS. You still see him. He will still say, God bless America. Can our own, right, with confidence say, God bless Nigeria? Because they are actually the cause of this country. You keep blaming the old generation, the previous government. You say they are, now you are there. See, as a leader, the day you decided, the day you decide within yourself to become a leader, you have forfeited every right to give excuses. So immediately you start giving excuses, it shows that you are clueless. You are not supposed to be in charge of a nation like this. Guys, I still pray for them, sincerely. Wide mouth, Alpha, I still pray for them. I pray for President Muhammadu Buhari, because that is what my belief is. And that is what my belief teaches me, that I should keep praying for those that are in authority. But you know, a lot of times you just wake up, you just get tired. You just get tired. They can't say a word of prayer because I don't know whether that exists in their dictionary. But they are the ones that visit mosques and the church the most. We have the largest number of churches. We have the largest number of mosques. Let me even say this sincerely. A friend of mine called me in my secondary school group, and he said, he spoke to me. Then he went to a group a separate group that we belongs to, that we should do something. We should pray for Nigeria. I am not against it, but ladies and gentlemen, let's be sincere with ourselves. What Nigeria needs is beyond prayer. Kolade, my Ogunade, is it from? Yes, I actually have Jebubo and Ijebode blood. Yeah, I know the Ogunades from Ijebode. So, like I was saying, we need much more than prayer, sincerely, to make Nigeria work. See, I was online one day and a guy said the kind of leader that we need a young guy, we need somebody that is sincere, that is honest. Trying to be polite, I told the guy that we need somebody that is more than all of these things that you have written. We don't need, see, let me be sincere with you guys. Honesty, sincerity, and being young, they are not factors of being a leader. Yes, they play a part. They have their part that they play. But we need to fix Nigeria. We need much more than honesty, sincerity, and all of those things. Honesty and sincerity are not factors of production. You have to understand. You can be honestly clueless and you can be sincerely wrong. So we need people that will have strategies to make this country work and that can execute it. Mark my word, execute. That execution, not the one that has strategies, that has stuff that it feels that it can do, but that we get there and not be able to do it. We need the type that we talk and do, the one that we can follow, that we lead and we follow, not the one that will come again and rule us, that it is everything they tell us to do that we have to do. We need more than, see, if you think being good is all you need to be a leader, probably you should have a rethink. Even if the person is going to do some stuff, you understand what I'm saying, that might look bad, but it's going to make this thing work. Ladies and gentlemen, me, I will welcome such. I will welcome such. For those asking for revolution, say you know that revolution comes with blood, loss of lives, and all of those things. I'm not saying whether revolution will sort it or not, but before we do revolution, before we change these people, I am saying let us as a country, as a people, have values that we can build on. Have values that, okay, what is the typical value for a Nigerian citizen? What is the worth of a Nigerian citizen? Is a Nigerian citizen worth anything? You understand, with your government? If somebody should kidnap a Nigerian citizen now, will your government come after such because the person is, hey, Sam, please, what's up now, Chief? Will your government come after them? Does a Nigerian citizen, does the green passport that I carry, does it carry any value? Will people see me as a Nigerian citizen? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah? Will they see me and respect me? What is my worth as a Nigerian citizen? Until we are able to put those worth into ourselves, until we are able to fix that sincerely, we will just be joking. We'll be changing people, and nothing will change. Nothing will change. Nothing will change. It is when we don't have a solution to problem that is just like an establishment. You notice that you keep changing a part, let's say the secretary, but nothing is changing. That is to tell you that the people occupying the seats are not the problem. It's the system that you put in place that is the problem. So instead of just changing the people, why not change the system? A typical Nigerian, I've gone through, see, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen stuff. I've traveled that sometimes I get really mad with some of the things that I experienced. I was one year, I was looking for a ticket to get to the United States. So I had to go through Qatar in Doha. The way I was searched like a common criminal. Sincerely, I was searched like a common criminal. That day, I was so angry. I was livid. I was really angry. I won't lie to you. I was angry. I was searched from everything to my pants to everywhere, block us every day, search everywhere. And at some point, I had to ask the lady that, is there a problem that the way I'm being searched, is this the way they will search every other person? You know what the lady said? The lady said, well, because of where I am coming from. I was really angry that day. And to divide us, these people, they know how to do this. So it's very simple. Just tell them, so are you going to vote for that Yoruba boy? Are you going to vote for that Igbo boy? Are you going to do anything with that Hausa person? Continue to go on and on like this. I don't see a change soon. I don't see that change soon. I don't see that change soon. I believe, yes. Okay, I saw that too, 2.2 billion naira on Boko Haram to give to. Is it prayer that we fight war? Even the people we read in the Bible and in the Quran, after praying, they still carry sword. They still carry bow and arrow to go and fight war. Do you think it's the prayer that is going to fight? If, as a Christian, Bible said that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. You understand? He said that spiritual weapon is actually more of a strategy than just saying you keep praying. Prayer on its own, stand alone, is not a strategy for war. You need strategy. Probably in your prayer, you should be asking for strategy to combat some of these things. See, Alpha. Yes, now the green passport, sincerely, is a major problem. Personally, now, if I see anybody that wants to leave this country, you will never hear me or discourage such. That is by stay too long for this place, not for what I still have doing here. Sincerely, you just look at it as in you once you want to present that green passport, any country that I enter like this, as I'm about to present my green passport, my heart will be shaking. That hey, these people, and immediately they open it, they will start looking at you with one eye like, let's even do this equation. Let us do this more maths. Are you saying out of every 10 Nigerian youth, 8 are doing fraud? No, 8 are not doing fraud. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. Praying to combat Boko Haram. Boko Haram this is a fight. It's like saying that you. In fact, God, I'm sure God is just being merciful. We disturb God about everything in Nigeria, which is, and when you keep doing the same thing and you keep seeing the same result and it's not changing, don't you think it's the beginning of insanity? Yeah, I'm not saying we should not pray. Trust me, I want us to pray. As what is it called? I want us to pray as a people. I want us to pray as a nation. But beyond our prayer, I'm saying we can do better. Beyond our prayers, we can do better. Beyond our prayers, you and I can do better. I'm not saying I'm even the perfect guy. I'm not saying you guys are perfect. That yes, tomorrow we all just change and things will change. I'm just saying let us take the responsibility to actually create that change, not the change that somebody. You understand? Yeah, someone said a large percentage of us are not into cyber fraud. The system wants us to do it. I'm telling you, the system actually encourages, wants you. In fact, they are more celebrated than you and I that will have our normal IQ that we do, work that we do. And it's an unfortunate thing. Sincerely, it's an unfortunate thing. If the system in Nigeria is okay, that is, the government puts systems around everything. Sincerely, you can. I worked in the bank for some years. Do you understand what I'm saying? The systems in the bank, if they actually go by the systems in the bank, it's going to be very hard to do cybercrime easily in Nigeria, because any monies that enters your account illegally, they know. These boys, they keep money in their accounts. They know. They call what is it called? They call it we call it money laundering reports. I used to work with FinCon when I was still in Zavaraba. And then that report alone will show you, and they still use those reports in America. You understand what I'm saying? They still use those reports in America. You don't need to be pursuing people by all of those things. You understand? You can definitely pick out things and just go after the person you want to go. Not that you now go on the street and you start pursuing innocent people about the SARS issue. I've been harassed many times by SARS. So that by the time they now get to know that, okay, it's IDCABASA, then you start hearing their most annoying part. Baba, if I don't talk now, I don't know, say now you. If I don't talk, say now you. What it is, if it is not me? That means the life of an average person that is not known is not valuable to you. Those are the people that they use our tax money to actually pay to protect us. For me, personally, the life of an average Nigerian needs to carry a lot of value. Do you understand what I'm saying? Needs to carry values that make sense, value that when you understand, not when I go out and I'm scared to talk because in my mind I'm thinking that, hey, by the time I talk now, these people, in fact, once I'm talking to a white person, I just feel that the person will feel that this Nigerian guy that I just said is a Nigerian, is a fraudster, and I'm like being very careful unnecessarily to even do business with them. You guys understand what I'm saying? So yes, we keep praying, but one of the major things I think we need to keep doing now is to make sure that the NSAS discussion did not stop till 2023. And before 2023, sincerely, we need to have a platform where we educate ourselves, where we tell ourselves the truth. Majority of the guys doing Agbero, that people will tell you that they can't change. We know them. You understand what I'm saying? There's a way, the same people that are using them, they brainwashed them, they conditioned them to be doing what they are doing. You understand what I'm saying? So we can definitely get our own people too to go and be talking to them. Look at me now. I remember when I was living in Apoka, it was a decision for me to say, okay, for every guy in my area that I noticed that, okay, this one, he has a talent, especially around music, that even when they don't really have much, let me look out for ways to just help and get them off the streets. I'm sure we all can, you understand, create stuff around this. Do you know, when you give an opportunity to a man, what what that does is it actually gives you some level of leverage in their lives, that when you talk, they want to listen. Now, I'm not saying you should use that to control them, or you use that as an excuse that if I don't help you, so I'm your God. No, you're not their God. But I'm saying it gives you a level of freedom to actually talk to them. Imagine if some of us just decide that, okay, within our neighborhood, we know some boys that these politicians they use. We go to them, we try to help it, because first and foremost you have to feed them. They are hungry. You look for ways to get them fed, and you also try to put them towards something that they can be making money from, that is not illegal. Then you start to talk to them about because a lot of Nigerians don't really know what is wrong with Nigeria, because most of them have not traveled. Okay. My underscore fam said, NY underscore fam said, this country has normalized illegality as the way to be successful. I agree with you, bro. They hardly support people who wants to do things legally. The craziest part, some false men could utilize you. Yes, yeah, I agree with you 100%. I agree with you. I agree with you. Even me, sir, when I'm going out, I'm always very careful nowadays. KSOLO Alpha, you understand? We really need to orientate ourselves. We really need, before 2023, we need to go, go all out there. Probably I will talk to people like KSOLO. KSOLO is, I can punch him, he's still my friend. We need to actually, from the music that we produce, talk to. I love this song that this guy did recently. What's his name? Burna Boy. Then the one that what's his name again? Files 2 released. You understand what I'm saying? We can, through all our sphere of influence, let's make sure that we are pushing that agenda that look, if it is the major agenda for us, that look, the life of a typical Nigerian must want it, which means that a typical Nigerian should not be homeless. A typical Nigerian should have 3 square meals to eat. A typical Nigerian, you understand what I'm saying? A typical, bros, I believe only God can save Nigeria, but God has saved Nigeria, but we need to actually tap into that saving thing. And until we put a value, you understand what I'm saying? You understand? Okay, Fisal said, okay, I remember then your crib is always filled up. I stay in Fakode. Yeah. See, I intentionally opened that place up because by the time you keep those boys around Hope, and they notice that, okay, this one is leaving this particular place and is becoming successful, instead of me to go and risk my life and get killed, you understand what I'm saying? Let me just do this and do. I'm telling you the truth. We can, like KSOLO said, we cannot make it happen together. And it starts from, yes, I know those people. See, don't make me to get angry and start to say rubbish about our leaders, because I get annoyed since that 20th of October. I've not been myself because it's annoying. It's annoying. Yes, thank you, Jane. Our values were squashed. We need to have value, sincerely. They should be, when I go out, I have to be sure that, yes, I won't carry something. We have a lot of people working with low self-esteem. When you see them on the street, every Nigerian is angry. Just be driving and just do one little thing. The next thing you see, the reaction that you get, all of those things, is showing that people are angry because there is no value. An American carries value. During COVID period, you saw their governments giving them palliatives, giving them not the one that palliative that were meant for people. Some people took them and kept them, keeping Gary that you know is going to get spoiled. You are keeping it. It got spoiled. Are you that heartless? Hey, God. We are, sincerely, we are so heartless in this country. So heartless. At least that you can't blame on the federal government. They bought those things, gave it to. In fact, when we get into politics now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, we need to also replace those local government systems, replace those councillorship systems that they use. You understand? They use all those offices to compensate themselves. They just want one guy because he's one Agbero that has been working with politicians. They will just, okay, you go and hold this place, go and do that. Please, we need to replace all of these people. We need to replace all of these people. Dream chaser. Dayo, God will not. We want God to punish this, but I was seriously disappointed with Desmond Elliott. I was seriously disappointed. In fact, Tony, yeah, the mindset is the major thing. We need to, you understand, noodles, keeping noodles, and people were hungry that period. Do you know that period? I had a robust savings. My savings nearly finished by giving as simple as, okay, for you to know the mass number that I was giving money. Some people, all I could give them was 10K, some 15K. Yet, I nearly finished my savings because I had to, you understand, start giving out some of these things. Majorly change the value system, change the way we think. We need to, good evening, Coach Nancy. We need to change the way we think. We need to change the way we see things. We need to put value, ladies and gentlemen, put value on a typical Nigerian. I might not be the one, you understand, okay, KSOLO wants to come up. I might not be the one that is going to be there tomorrow. You might be the one that will be there. Please, carry this value at the back of your mind, that a typical person that you are leading must carry value. That's what makes you a leader. Alpha KSOLO.
Cabasa, won't be no new. I the vex. I no get power to type. Man, they pay me.
I can tell you.
I no get power to type. I say make I enter this live. See, you see that local government we talk about is actually a major deal, because you know around my area here, see, revolution has started though. We don't want to accept, but the point is they have started.
Yeah.
After that, the Lekki massacre, for my area here for Agege, we pack ourselves together, go to local government of Agege local government, Ijai local government, we go to their houses, you know. Serious one, we asked some few questions from him, then he was able to tell us what he makes, you know. I think how much, he said what gets to him in every month is 50 million.
God.
And yes, 50 million. And 40 million is for his own salary and every other thing he wants to do. It is 10 million naira he releases to little things in the area. So that's the reason why you found out that the roads can never be fixed. He still has to hold on for the state government to fix his streets and areas that are actually going bad. Now, the point is this: what is that guy collecting money for? What is he doing? What is he superseding? What is he fixing? The talks that fight around Agege, he can't even stand up. If there's problem, he go carry phone call and look KSOLO. After one jam by you, he can't even fix anything. And now you they collect salary, and you cannot even fix it. Like you said, I think it is time everybody has to come. The few ones that can advocate very well, that are not as mad as I am, that can speak, let them go into politics. Because when there's problem, just call us. We don't get time for it. Because in my mind, in my mind of art, I won't lie to you. I feel like say make it be saying that me be switch. I'm not gonna go any asylum. No. I will not go anywhere. I will remain in this country.
I don't think she took asylum.
Even if she's not, but I wish I was the one. I will stand. See, there's one thing I heard you say one day, I think on one of your live, you said that anybody that does not pick a struggle that does not want to stand for something would die for nothing or something like that. See, we'd rather die for something than die for nothing.
You heard what I said.
Because Cabasa, see, they have taken everything we have away from us. So what are we afraid of losing again?
Nothing.
I'm not the owner of Dangote. I don't own any major stuff. All I have is just me. And the little companies that I have, companies in money, I have a company that does chicken feeds, like a factory. In my little way, I have 26 staffs that I pay salary. And inside that coronavirus, I was still paying their full salary. You get what I'm saying? So in my little, when Paro make a lie to you, my boys just come drop this one for me again. Still this your same government too. See, rain don't beat them. See them. Land use. People want to away that song for you, even in the middle of coronavirus. You can locate my house. Locate my warehouse and bring money to pay for the land. Because you seem like I'm working, or people are working there. I'm sure if they don't pay this money, they'll come and send some boys come and lock it. Want to anniversary not because they know me and they know those boys were there. You get, this is what I'm saying. This is a rain that today that beat is one in my staff that came to deliver this one to me now. In the country we live in. So you see, it's far more than just what we just speaking and we are just advocating or saying something. You see, the likes of Reno and the rest of them that are doing stuff, it's fine. I like it. It's okay. But the point is this: they are not sensible enough to know the people they need to pick. In that kind of panel, you pick one soft person and one mad person. You see, when you are toning it down, one person must be crazy. That's how they work. Even in the police, when they are going on squad for patrol, it's the mad one around them. They put the steering to is the one that drives. People don't know. I've been in the police team before, and I know the one that is trigger happy. Steering from moto because it's always snot. So when this is actually going mad, before it brings us a rifle, Omali. So there's always one person in the team that rise their morale. Like, come on. You know, there's one person inside them. The other ones are probably the calm one, but there's one that always has that morale. So in that kind of panel, there should be somebody that see our country. We've gone so bad that we cannot take it lightly.
That panel will not amount to.
I will say why.
Because panel don't pay it and lot of sitting allowance for you. Are you losing your vibe?
Reno said she has not been collecting and I want to pick it up.
No problem.
Let me show you. A panel that brought the health guy
The LCC
The
guys
LCC guys
with
came
lies,
with
and
lies, and they are so confident
to tell us
to
that
tell us
the
that
cameras
the cameras stopped
at
working
a particular
at a
time.
particular time. One,
The soldiers,
the military initially denied.
See, I want to the kind of lies that
they
will make you
will
run
make
mad.
you run mad. You think about
You think about them.
them.
You can run mad.
You can run mad.
You understand what I'm saying?
You understand what I'm saying? You can
So
run
for
mad.
me
So for me
personally,
personally,
already I've
I've
removed
my mind
from
from that panel.
And
nothing good is going to come out from that panel.
The best we can do now, the major conversation that we need to start having now is how to replace those guys. But before we replace those guys, let us replace our own mindset. KSOLO, may our loyalty never be tested. Some of us that we are talking now, by the time we get to that place, you will notice that the story will change. Some of these stories change because there are expectations from family that you are now a local government chairman, you are now the Kinikon, you are now the expectation they have from you because you are there. That's what I'm saying. You are supposed to do something for them. They start to look at you as, you are supposed to be giving something to them. You are supposed to be sorting them and doing all of that. So it's a major problem that we need to first fix our mindsets. We need to fix the way we think. We need to fix the way we see things. You understand what I'm saying? We should fix the mindset. We should fix how we think. Because once Cabasa now, they appoint me, let's say as the governor of Lagos State, the next thing is all of my friends will come around. That Cabasa, you are now the governor. So what am I going to get? What are you going to get? You understand what I'm saying? So for our loyalty not to be tested, we need to get. You are not coming out to. I think the volume is not working. The volume. If you can hear me, the volume. I can't hear you now. Let me re-add you. So you guys, you understand what I'm saying? Because by the time we get to that part of let us do this one, by the time I get there too, if care is not taken, if you don't fix me now before I get there, I'm telling you, the story will change. They will make looting normal. Trust me, if my friend should become the governor in Nigeria now, let us tell ourselves the truth. The next expectation will be, Shebi is my friend that is there now. Once you have a problem, Cabasa, Shebi, the guy is your friend. Oh yeah, make the guy, you understand. Make the guy quickly help us. All of those things are things that we need to fix. Let us get to the point that we put value on people. We should see every man the way they ought to be seen. We should see them as human beings. We should not see the Christian guy or the Muslim guy. We should not see the Igbo guy or the Yoruba guy. We should not see, you understand? We need to stop seeing all of these things that divides us. I'm telling you the truth. We need to stop seeing all of those things. If a Muslim guy is worth to do the job, let him do the job. See, a lot of, even my Christian brothers will tell you, by the grace of God, I'm going to do it. Keep quiet there. Grace of God is not part of your factors of production. I studied economics. The factor of production, land, capital, labor. Those are the factors of production, not you being sincere or being truthful or being grace. Who told you that every other man does not have grace? We all carry grace. So your part is to do the job. Thank God that even the Bible said, let your nay be nay and let your yea be yea. So if it is a Muslim guy that is going to get the job done, let him be there. If it is a Christian guy, all of those things don't even count, because at the end of the day, the two religions, they actually carry almost the same moral whatever that you see. The people that we need to start looking out for, beyond people that have a change of heart, they should be people that have strategies, not the ones that we say we should pray. Ladies and gentlemen, not the ones that we say that you should pray. I'm telling you this now. Let the churches and the mosques, let them do the prayer. We need a government that will say and do. The one that has strategy to fix Nigeria and that will do it. You understand? Not the one that will come again and say that, let us pray. No. Every little thing that we put, I will put them in prayer. What sort of nonsense is that?
You know, I was saying something about the fact that okay, we're talking about
I was saying earlier, I said for us too, sincerely, is for us to first change. Not just those in government, or even we as people.
You were saying something.
You know, within our ranks,
I
even
remember where we were
among
now.
the youth.
I remember where you were.
Yeah.
You're talking about if you've now become the governor, then Oreawa, you want to hear the truth. I'm not a campaigner for fraud or scam and all that. But trust me, Cabasa, in this Nigeria all day, average youth now can feed. Is it that by Yahoo or by bets or by, you know, everybody wants to be fine boy. So one way or the other, everybody has something doing for youth. And now God has blessed this new youth with the fact that a Shufi pride is in Hong. And that pride will not make me come and call you and say, bro, how far Nashi Modeli 50K. You get what I'm saying? So, want to hear the truth? Our youth will not come and meet you as a governor. Do you know what we're waiting for? They will be waiting for you to see Leona. Majorly our youth will be waiting for you to mess up so that they can laugh at you or have problems with you. That is our own youth. But it will not be as much as the older ones. So that older ones I want 30-40 coca. See, Cabasa, I know they send anybody. Everybody know what they do, and we know them. The point is this: you are linking yourself with youth, and we move together. So in the course of this, do you know how many people that blocked me? Do you know how many people that blocked me on WhatsApp? That they don't talk to me again because I advocate all my every day I had abused them. Because the point is this: Otini, One narrative Tinubu now send Siwa. Onibati Awolowo wanted to come in. They didn't allow Awolowo come in. Abiola wanted to come in. They killed Abiola again. Now they want to come in. They are still saying as a problem. We don't want Yoruba. We don't want any. See, we're not about tribe. Anybody can work.
Give me a leader.
Anybody can work. See, I don't want to know if you're Yoruba or you're not Yoruba.
Leader. In fact, I want a leader that will lead Nigeria. I said something about that division. They are smart. Even within ourselves, unfortunately, when we had that protest, already we started having division. We started having division along the line. I observed a lot. You know, you are close to me. So, you know, I observe things a lot.
Yeah.
We started having divisions around funny agendas that people are having and all of that, which was one of the major reasons why we did not have an exit plan. That division was the major reason why we did not have an exit plan, because at some point we were supposed to have an exit plan. Even Faust called for an exit plan, which I love Folari for what Folari did. By the way, Folari and I think we've only met but once at an event. Not that I'm close to him, but for me, that's a young man that I'm so proud of right now, because I saw the sincerity. I saw some of those things, but let's be sincere with ourselves. We need more than sincerity, which was when you were talking about Reno. We need more than sincerity. We need more than activism. We need more than complaints to actually fix Nigeria.
We don't want to complain again. We need move.
You understand? We need movement. And before we move, I want us to be sure that, okay, this is where we are moving to. This is what we want to do. Those things that I'm looking at that we should do is, guys, what is going to make a Nigerian have value? One of the major things now, which is going to really help us, is to strengthen the economy. What do we need to do to strengthen this economy that will make, see, there's a way you can strengthen the Nigerian economy that will make fraud something that is not likable again. Because I would like you rightly said, I agree with you. A lot of industry are being set up with fraud money, with Yahoo money. Let me tell you this, KSOLO, let us be clear with ourselves. Yahoo money is not as much as the money that government officials are stealing.
Of course.
Yahoo money is bad at all. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if we can get to know, okay, this is what the life of a Nigerian, you understand, youth is what. This is what, not Nigerian youth, what a Nigerian, this is what his life is worth. Okay, what can we do to put these things in place? A Nigerian does not deserve to sleep in darkness. A Nigerian does not deserve not to have clean water to drink. A Nigerian does not deserve not to have education. They intentionally, see, let me tell you what they do with education. They intentionally
not fund education because they know that when people are educated, their minds are opened. And when their minds are opened,
don't finish with that
will
again. Don't finish with that again. Talk about history. Show me what your history code, you know, about
they have to now. Do you know why?
Because they don't want them. You don't want to feed them with their narratives.
That is what, see, they are wise. Show them history in color. They removed history because history is too direct. They did not remove maths. They did not remove English. But what they did is to make sure that you don't have funding, proper funding, to teach all of those things, to teach chemistry, to teach biology. Because by the time you are able to do all of these things, you will be set free. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Yes. Education is a major thing that will give you that truth, and that truth is what is going to set you free. But they don't want you to be free because they still need you to be agbero. They still need you to still depend on them. They still need you to still believe in some of these things that you know. Because by the time you are free, you are liberated. You can actually do things on your own. You can make decisions. No, but they don't want you to have that mind. They don't want you to have a mind of your own. That's not the idea. The idea is not for you to have a mind of your own. They want to control you. And to control you, they have to keep people ignorant. Ignorance is the biggest market in the world now, whether we like it or not. Every place that you see dictatorship, every place that you see apart from dictatorship, every place that you see people being stifled under dictatorial government, it's ignorance that they use. They are smart. They know what they are doing. Unfortunately,
ignorance and poverty.
Ignorance is the father of poverty. Oluma be poverty. Because let me tell you, poverty is not actually the lack of money. Poverty is actually the lack of value for self. Because if you know you can't imagine you and I will sit down in our accounts, we don't have 1 naira. But I know that if I call one artist now, at least I can make like $1 million by producing just one artist. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is being rich. I know that I carry value, but they are intentionally making people ignorant of the value that they carry. That is I'm telling you, they are intentionally making people
the point is this. Now we know this, but don't forget that you see these people that we need to reorientate. They've stolen that value away from them.
Education is in 2 ways. Then education. In fact, education has nothing to do with how to read and write. Education is in learning. How to read and write actually is literacy. Literacy is one for one Nigeria. They must buy certificates how to read and write. Most of your graduates from the universities are not educated. KSOLO, between you and I, what makes you educated is being wise. You know things and you can use them.
You can apply it. Application.
Yes. You understand what I'm saying? That is what makes you wise. What makes you wise is not your age. Your age can only amount to you having so many experiences. And most of those experiences, like I said earlier, they don't work.
Let me digress. The same tone that played the lead on Gongwaso has been existing for over years. And nobody was able to understand the usage of it, the value of using it. But you used it and became a hit.
Not that I went to school to learn how to. That's what I'm saying. As simple as this part of, okay, guys, see, I can develop a curriculum that should I guys to man shake tailoring, don't shaking all those artisans. Just imagine you teach them about excellence. They don't need to write anything. You just teach them. You let them know the difference between when you do something excellently and when it is not done excellently. I swear that it's going to change a lot of their lives. These are the things they won't allow you to know. Me, personally, the reason why I can never fight some establishments is the fact that those establishments actually taught me some of these things. And thank God that man travel. Do you know that every time Tibank Parabo Nigeria, I get
sadness, sad.
I get angry.
Sad.
Most of us in Nigeria don't know how bad Nigeria is because we've never left the shores of this country. By the time you go to places like America, don't let me use America. By the time you go to South Africa,
even Kenya.
By the time you go to all of these places and you sleep for 24 hours, you can see light. You can use light. Internet is working. See, the major thing that is even giving us youth work
Should I
now
shock you?
is what they want to shut down. Maybe no. Do you know social media has provided more jobs to youth than the Buhari administration? Now they are ready to shut it down. The best way to combat fake news is to put out the real news. It's not by shutting down the platform. When you try to shut down the platform, you are going to worsen the case because we will keep developing new avenues to put those things out. Who among these people that we are talking about gives out the most fake news? Is the government.
It's the government.
Is full of giving us.
They pay a wrong narrative.
Fake news. See, let me shock you.
You know where I'm going
to combat fake news. Put out your own news. Put out the real news. If we say this thing did not happen, and you know, or probably the youth is saying it happened, and you know it didn't happen, then show us facts that it didn't happen. Fake is a combination of real.
I did a platform of influencers. I told those boys that as this thing, one lady, they vex for inside that group, like if this thing actually wants to try to happen, that they'll put out some stuff, because most of these influencers that are on this platform are being given jobs by this government.
Yes,
like
they get money.
Immediately, like that when that matter was happening, I got one that's saying that if any of us have like another Twitter account that is not linked to our name, that has less than 5,000 follower and all that we should DM. How much are they giving? 20,000 just to tweet something saying that NSAS, that this NSAS is not right, because the police too have a family. There's the way they wrote it, that narrative, and sold it to us and said we should tweet. And immediately guys were turning down, like, God forbid, we will not do this. This is the first time in my life as a Nigerian to see my boys that are doing influencer turn down their money. This is the first time ever.
I heard, let me shock you. There were stuff that came that, they were trying to get a whole lot of us to take. Some of them saw me at the protest ground, and they were trying to talk to me. The guy that actually gave the person my number already told him that, look, this Cabasa, he looks quiet. Quiet, deep down. So when it comes,
but how you want even do it? You just say, guys, you need to.
When the guy was even talking to me, he said, the person that gave me your number already said you won't do it. And I said, then why are you so? I had to use the word stupid. Why are you now so stupid? You understand what I'm saying? You now still come to me. It shows that your level of stupidity has left the realm of stupidity. It has gotten to the place of wickedness, because your mind is twisted. Weak, lantern to twist it by. Because if your mind is not twisted, you will not come to me when they've already told you that this guy was not going to do. So that is where you will know that surely Louis. I've never been no fool about Nigeria like now, because I know, I won't lie to you, with what social media is giving to us. I know this government is a government that is filled with people that they don't have the plan. They don't have plans for Nigerians or the love of Nigerians at the back of their mind. But I see a change coming, not the kind of change that PDP.
I think I see it too. The change I'm feeling now is the fact that for example, like Grino said that she did not get a dime from that place, which I agree with. One thing I can figure in my head is this. It's gonna be hard again to sit some certain set of people down and say, the regular cup of gari, cup of rice, and 2,000 naira and bale or umbrella.
KSOLO, we need.
It can never happen again.
This for the only way to finish it, should I tell you? The only way to finish it. The only way to finish it now is for us to actually go into those streets. Personally, now I go to Bariga like twice or thrice in a week because of this. I don't want to say it online, but I needed to say it here. I go there to talk to boys, street boys. See, those boys, they are in their pockets. The only way to get those boys out is to show them a better life. The only way to get those boys out is to show them a better life, is to let them say, okay, it can be better. What they are giving to you is peanuts from what you are supposed to be. Because it will happen if we just keep quiet and we think it is what we need at those guys online. Trust me, our numbers online is not up to 10% of the people that are going to vote.
Never.
So we need to increase our numbers. We need to increase our numbers. And the best way to increase our numbers is for us to keep talking. You understand? It's for us to keep talking. And that, like what we are doing now, we need to keep all these conversations going. You need to be talking. I saw Sam Clef talking. I saw Faust always talking. A lot. See, what God will be happy with is if we can use these platforms that we have.
With what you said now, I'm gonna look into that from this week, and because I won't lie to you, we have a major team of boys in this area.
You understand? You guys will need to. We'll only get as simple as, okay, let's do a small concert in that area. You have like 2 of your artists at one day. After putting music on, you come out, you talk to them. As in, you put a lot of sensitization into their head. There's a program. You understand? We need to get angry. A lot of us, like what Bastin said, now everybody needs to go back to the hood and relate with boys. You are very right. Because a lot of us, once we get comfortable, we forget where we are coming from. And the problem is, once you forget where you are coming from, trust me, you are lost. Yeah. You are lost. Because you don't know the way back. Because you've forgotten where you are coming from. So we all need to remember those days that, like for me now, I still remember the days that I don't have lights. I remember the days that it was really hard for me to feed myself. So I still get back to some of those food and still see things that, okay, all of these things have not changed. I was talking to a boy this morning. The guy we were talking, he said, Cabasa, Fela is a prophet. And I told him that no, Fela was not a prophet. Fela said the things that were happening in his time that till date, I won't change.
The same way Majetu said in his own song, saying that these religions and politics, that Nigeria you rule.
Stop me. So I was explaining to the boy that Fela, during Fela time, this same current president ruled as a military person. Now it's still the same person ruling us. That for us to actually, in fact, see, I don't want to listen to any prophecy. Any prophecy that needs to happen should be the ones that I'm saying and that I'm working towards to make happen. You understand what I'm saying? The one that will empower us. No, don't tell me who is going to win the next election. Don't tell me who is not going to win the next election. Rather, you should tell me that, okay, guys, go and do this and make things work. Politics and religions are friends. Even the white people use religion to actually condition our mind. Whether we like it or not, I will say this. For those that will doubt me, you are on your own. Who told you God was not in Africa before the white man came? That one is another discussion entirely. Like for me now, I'm a Christian. I know how many books were removed from the Bible just to condition our mind to believe that the white guys are better than us. Do you understand what I'm saying? They will need more. Okay, I love what We Don't Blow now said. He said we need to explain those things to straight boys using Yoruba and using our local language. I'm serious. They don't understand all the English that we are speaking. In fact, that's the reason why most of them don't come on social media. And one social media platform that we need to really use more is actually Facebook. Because a lot of them are on Facebook. A lot of them are on Facebook.
That's true.
A lot of them are on Facebook. You understand? We need to talk to them on Facebook. We need to do all of these things. We need to look beyond our religious standing. We need to. The two parties have not done anything to us. Obviously, we need to have a change from that. I love Showore so much. I've known Showore all my life, but sincerely, we need beyond Agidi Nikon. That was what I was saying. When you are going to talk to those boys, KSOLO, go there prepared. Prepared in terms of, see, you have a bullet point of what you think will work. That if we do, only imagine, but guys, okay, these are our streets. Let me show you how this thing can work. There is a road that is bad along at the down, probably there's a road that is bad. Okay, should we use this and this? Okay, let's try and look for a way to fill. If people can raise money, you understand, to do some of these things, and you guys go, and you are now telling them that, look, guys, we can fix this thing if we put the right people there. You can discredit the people that are supposed to do it that are not doing it by telling them that they collect money, they collect 15 million every month, and they are not doing this thing. But until people start to see the alternative, I studied economics. There's something we call the opportunity cost, which is the real cost, which is the cost for gun. Until they see the cost for gun, you understand, they see the alternative. They might not really believe you. But by the time they start seeing examples, they start seeing the alternative for gun, they start seeing a better life than what they are used to. Trust me, they will start questioning what they are used to now, which is the system that this present bunch of politicians have given to them. They start questioning the question. Like you said, how many of the Agbero with Tinubu invites? You understand what I'm saying? As simple as that may sound, as funny as it may sound,
that was the
what narrative.
That was what I said even to the policeman. I have plenty of them on my mobile phone. Like two of them have blocked me off. This was what I asked from him. That's the Yoruba I use. Did you sign a contract with poverty?
As in, you will see them as in when this whole thing was going on.
Because the point is this, Cabasa, no police will stop you on the road now. No police will stop your brother, stop your wife, or stop your family. No police will stop me or my family. You get this fight again is still for you. It's for you guys to be able to eat.
Let me shock you.
What makes you not be able to drive the same car I'm driving?
Let me shock you. For them now, they go through a whole lot. And my question is, see, a thief is not a thief because he stole. He actually stole because he's a thief.
There's even one in my estate, and that woman, she's ASP. Her husband is late. She has 3 kids. She hasn't paid for her house rent in 2 years now. This is the 2nd year she has not paid because they are owing her salary. ASP. Because the point is, these people that are dying, I want to talk about gun and all that. They are owing them. They are owing them salaries.
Like for those policemen.
See, if they are smart enough to realize and think about these things, as at when they were burning Surulere police station, they were busy burning police station in Agege, they were burning in Yanopaja. At the same nick of time, now person they control them. They moved all in the middle of Lagos streets and moved all to the Oba's Palace. They left some strategic places. One for Okom, they went straight to the Oba's Palace to loot. And they still went back again. Went to Igbo Shere. That Igbo Shere. I know now. I know. There's another part for that place. So Igbo Shere magistrate court here. Want to buy life our Jembe. I want that place. Would that be Kovun? Every magistrate that is in that place. Once you have a problem with the government like this, you can never win. You can never. If you enter Igbo Shere is like their house. It's like their house. You know, a magistrate doesn't need to even do cross-examination on your matter. He will just give you judgment and I bet the next one enter. Hey, see, I've seen a lot of this in this people's case. So in this my small movement in life. That's why I said that in the beginning that all we have has been stolen away from us. Please, what are we afraid of? What are we afraid of? You are probably on generator in the house. And if you're not on generator in the house, in a few minutes now, they shut off and you are switched and you are probably inverter. And if you don't charge on time, inverter will still die.
KSOLO, until people see that there is a different life from the one they are presently occupied, sincerely, legal to change our opinion. That's why I'm saying, surely that part of education here, I need that. I'm not saying call read and write. Read and write is a fraud now. Even now, you go law school.
Cabasa, you know what I feel? This thing when you talk about go work, but you know the first thing we go feel work. The first thing we go feel work is first to try and mobilize those boys. And part of what I want to do now is once PVC is ready to be collected, personally, Mama láti lọ síbi tó máa fún ọdún láti gba PVC ọmọ tó wọ sí máa make sure pé bẹ́ẹ̀ PVC gan fún mi lọ́wọ́ mi I go collect sórí rẹ̀ àmì àgẹ́bọ̀ àwọn boys yẹn yàwó gan máa gba PVC ọ̀ máa tọ́jú ẹ̀ pa bó onípò sọnù gan gbọ́dọ̀ jáde. You must get your PVC. So and the first part that can make this thing work is so governor kan lè gbọ́rọ̀ wá báyìí. So local government chairman kan lè ṣe báyìí. That will start changing them because my parents might push where vote today. Me to be next. I don't know who is coming in for
now. That is where we need to also. That is another thing. In as much as we are educating those guys too, if we need, those that are literally educated, not the criminals. Personally, I can't do any for politics. I don't have the mind to do all of those things. But those that will want to,
because you are afraid of your family. So Cabasa, do what I want to do.
Family.
Send your family out. See my wife and my children, they are out. See, let us face it. Because only they will make me they fear, make another endanger their life. But for me, family, what am I afraid of?
The next election, my family will not be here. That is not why like I said.
So let's face it.
Like I said, I am going to be radically involved in the next election. What I'm trying to say is, for some of us, I am trying to create some platforms. I have one person, yes, in fact, he's in Nigeria now. I want to bring in people that will get people, their minds to be open. Imagine me going to Bariga and I go with somebody like Olamide. Olamide is coming to perform in this place. So, boys, I'm telling you the truth. They will do what? They will come in. Imagine if I have like 5,000 to 10,000 young people. Olamide finish performing. They are enjoying performance. Then the next thing, I bring music. You understand? This music stuff for a while. I tell them that they are still going to get more music. And I bring somebody that will come and show them that, look, these are the things. Get them angry. Because, Baba, anger is not a bad emotion. No. It's how you use it that makes it either good or bad. I can use your anger well in such a way that I will make you angry to want to change the present system. By the time we let them understand that, look, this is the value that your life should carry. This and this and this are the things that are not making you understand your life carry some value. I love the fact that a lot of artists that are recording now, sir, they are recording songs along this particular line. Still do your lamba, do your whatever you want to do, but just have a song that by the time you are done, you can be like African China. Food, my brother, as you give us that sound and you are able to actually now talk to people. I saw African China speak at the Lekki protest ground and I was really impressed. You understand what I'm saying? And I was really impressed. So the way it is now, make them to talk, make them to, you understand, just bring them together. Let me say this, guys, there is nobody that I know that is a young person in Nigeria now that is actually happy with the current government. Even the people to come and tackle us as young people, trust me, they are not happy with this government. It's just poverty. That is another thing. When you mention poverty the other time, do you know why it is so? Do you know why poverty is a very potent tool to use to oppress people? Hunger. We're talking severally online. That hunger is a tool.
Yes.
So if you overlook it, it is easy for it to actually undermine every wisdom, Tony. Hunger is so powerful that even Jesus was tempted by hunger. The first temptation today was to turn stone to bread. Which is to bread, though. There was a time Jesus was
once they make you hungry like this,
do you understand what I'm saying? So you will understand that if hunger is that powerful, that is the more reason why what we did at the Lekki protest ground, you understand why it worked was because people were being fed. People were being fed with food.
And at the same time, they resume to eat morning, afternoon, night on that spot.
Afternoon and night. You understand? That is to say that in every plan that we have to also have a buy plan to make sure that, okay, if I bring you guys into this particular thing, let us be able to actually feed you. We give you food, and you are listening to all of these things. Only a day, okay, one call of me, one. For those that doesn't understand you,
yes, so if hunger they catch you, nothing will enter your head, though.
And another thing will enter. Another thing will enter your. So at the end of the day, if we are able to actually not necessarily feed. In fact, we will feed you with food there and also teach you to be able to feed yourself. We need to teach Nigerians not to be able to see the America that you are rushing to, the UK that you are rushing to. Trust me, it is not that you will be lazy and money will be coming in. No. I've seen, guys, I've lived in a lot of countries. At least in my own little time, I've actually traveled. Trust me, and I've seen stuff happen. You have to always be working, but the difference between them and us is, as you are working, you are sure by the end of the week you are going to make your money, you'll be able to pay your rent. But in Nigeria, even the small business you are doing, government, look at what KSOLO showed us now, that land use charges. Government will come and frustrate you. To register your business in Nigeria is a big problem. To do even the little you want to do is a big problem. And the next thing we keep... Oh God. Okay, somebody said we don't blow those photos of modern market. I'm telling you, sometimes when I travel, woman do me, sincerely, woman do me. I get angry, sincerely. I get angry. I believe my kids, they deserve a better life. I believe everybody, every young person in Nigeria deserves a better life. So let us keep the conversation going. Let us talk to our friends. Let us talk to people that are close to us. Let us talk to our siblings, our people that we can. You understand what I'm saying, guys? It's not that rosy outside, but you know your life still carries some values. Sincerely, your life still carry some value, a lot of value. So I think we should just continue this conversation. Wherever you are, continue the conversation. Talk to your friend. Don't let us get ourselves into arguing about who is good or who is not good. No, let us first educate ourselves. Tell ourselves the truth that, look, even me, I am guilty. These and these are the things that I would normally do. So I think we should just do it that way. So guys, we'll get to talk some other time. I need to get back to work now. Thank you so very much, guys. Thank you so very much. I see all of you. Thank you so much, Bastins, for being here. We don't blow. Thanks you. Thank you so very much. Fisayo, a whole lot of you guys really helped. Toby, I see you. Big T Collections. Toby, I see you. Kunle, thank you for being part of this. Thank you, guys. Thanks to every other person too. Joey, I see you. For those that I can't mention their names, thank you so very much for being here. Thanks so very much. So, guys, we'll get to talk some other time. I should repost the video so that they will come after me. I will do that, sir. Thanks so